Hi folks, welcome back to Four Pegs Beer Review. Today I'm with Mike from Flat 12 here. We're going to be talking about their new beer to the area, Walkabout. So Mike, tell me a little bit of what's special about Walkabout.
So Walkabout Pale Ale, that's our lead beer, it's our flagship beer. I like that beer so much because it's very drinkable, it's approachable, and we make it with Galaxy hops. Galaxy hops come from Australia. It gives it a real passion fruit aroma and taste to the beer. So it's an everyday beer that anybody can drink at any time, and it just goes down so smoothly.
So tell us a little bit about Flat 12, the history of your brewery.
Flat 12 started in Indianapolis. We've actually expanded down to Jeffersonville. It started with two guys that were drinking some homebrew, and they were like, wow, you've got a real nice craft here. So let's move forward this and see if we can make something happen. And 4 years later, here we are today. We've expanded now. We've got distribution throughout Indiana. We're in Louisville, we're in Nashville, and we're also in Cincinnati as well.
So what new beers can we be expecting from you guys in the future? Is there anything that Flat 12 has in the works?
As of right now, we're also launching our seasonal right now, our Cucumber Kolsch. It's a really nice beer. Even if you don't like cucumbers, I personally don't like cucumbers, but our Cucumber Kolsch is done so nice. It's got just a little bit of cucumber at the end. It goes down real smooth. We've got a few things in the works. Everyone knows about our Pinko, our Russian Imperial Stout. We've done a lot of variants with that. We've done it Willet Rye barrels, Willet Bourbon barrels, and there's going to be a few other ones that are going to be coming out later, different variants that we haven't announced yet, but be on the lookout for those.
So today we have a tap takeover. We have 5 different beers of yours on tap. We have the Walkabout that we've talked about. Tell us a little bit more about the other beers that you have.
Okay. We're also going to have our Half Cycle IPA. The reason we call it Half Cycle is because in baseball, a double and a single is called a half cycle. Well, what we do is the Half Cycle IPA has a double IPA taste, but we only put the single amount of hops in it. So it's got a big citrusy taste to it. It goes down a little bitter, but it gives you a big punch. That's why people like our Half Cycle, because it is a big IPA, but yet it's only a single hopped IPA. It's only 6%. We're also going to have our Van Pogue. We have a Pogues Run Porter that's an everyday beer for us. And what we did with the Van Pogue is we just added vanilla beans to it. So that's an actually specialty keg we brought in today as well. And there's also like the Cucumber Kolsch that I spoke about earlier. That's here today. The first place to tap it is here, Four Pegs. Basically, our philosophy is we want to make a lot of beers for the everyday consumer, and also we want to appeal to those beer nerds that like to drink your heavy stouts, your big double IPAs. But we make a lot of approachable beers. So our philosophy is to try to touch all of the market. That way, everyone can enjoy a beer. So when they come over to our tap room over in Jeffersonville, we want everyone to be able to come in and drink and find a style of beer that they like. So the next beer I wanted you to try was our Willet Bourbon Pinko. Thank you. It's a Russian Imperial Stout that we've aged in Willet Bourbon barrels. Cheers. You can really get those chocolate notes in there. It goes down smooth. You get a little bit of the bourbon flavor on there. It doesn't have a really thick body to it. This is 11%. Our base Pinko Russian Imperial Stout is 10.2%. So once we age it in the Willet Bourbon barrels, it kicks it up a notch to 11%. It's one of my favorite ones that we make. Anytime I tap it anywhere for any sort of special tap takeover event, it goes really quick.
Where did you all come up with the name Pinko?
Pinko, actually, one of our owners was hanging out with Roger Baylor over at New Albanian Brewing Company, and they were sitting in the Red Room, and somehow I guess he got inspired by the Red Room and decided to call it Pinko. Yeah, and a lot of people ask us, where do we get the name Flat 12 Beer Works from? Well, Flat 12 comes from a racing engine. Back in the day, the Flat 12 was an engine that they used in a lot of like the European cars, and it's even been featured in some Ferraris and Porsches, and that's where we got our name from.
Well, thanks for coming out with us today, Mike. Just very glad to try all of your beers here.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, and thank you for having me. This is going to be a good time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers to better beer.
Yeah.